TV shows about mutants that are hated and persecuted are nothing new. In fact, we've seen several of them over the years bomb. Let's see if this one's any different. Welcome to the heart of the stories we tell. My name is Rob, and tonight I will be reviewing Episode 1 of Gifted, eXposed. Oh, right, find words with X's in them and capitalize the X's. I don't know why no one in the Marvel Universe or X-Men writers ever thought of that. I mean, it's so original. I'm going to get sick of it soon. But overall, the episode was pretty good. I'm not 100% sure on where they fit in between the X-Men movies that are supposed to be canon or not. I like the ideas involved in it, and let's be honest, the family they introduced, the Struckers, is a pretty good way of introducing us to the world. For those of you that don't know, I do video reviews of TV shows and movies, along with theory videos on how and why we tell stories every Sunday. I do throwback Thursdays for older stories and, of course, newer ones as they come out. So if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button, and let's get started unpacking this story right now. And I'm going to start by saying I'm surprised. I really expected them to be starting off with a all mutant lives matter type protest. But no, we got right into the combat section of this. And the fact that our main character's father is a lawyer that prosecutes mutants, not part of the Sentinel service like I thought by the ads, makes it an even more interesting concept. All in all, there's a lot to go over, but before we do, I think we need to throw up the spoilers. So once again, it's stop. Spoiler time. In general, we use mutants as a way of saying what the other is like. And if you've watched any of my videos on why we tell war stories or about the Song of Fire and Ice, you understand that the other is a psychological term we use. What it means is someone that we can say is different than us, someone that we can demonize in order to allow us to commit violence against them or in some way dehumanize them. We dehumanize mutants, but we also dehumanize each other. Hey, look at that. Our army is going to war against their army. But that's okay, because those aren't good people. Those are the other people. And where we didn't get exactly the Iceman, have you tried not being a mutant thing, we still very much showcase how they're the other in this. Instead of having giant robots known as Sentinels, they have the Sentinel Squads, which are police that are empowered by not exactly the Mutant Registration Act, but not exactly not the Mutant Registration Act. It's the revised version of the Patriot Act. And there's your first level of political use for this, because the Patriot Act's a real thing. And unfortunately, I could totally see it being used this way in the real world. And then we have these guys. And what are these guys? These are the underground movement. These are the mutants that are trying to protect other mutants. And we actually start off by having three of them. Thunderbird, who's a classic X-Men character, and one I'm not really familiar with, and Polaris rescuing a fourth one, known as Blink. And I have to say, since Blink's a personal favorite, I really appreciate her being in the series so far. She's the main role because of her portals, through what I think is the most badass sequence yet. The Sentinels coming after them, those little robot hunters, blasting and needing to use the portal that, of course, once you're told something isn't going to work because it's too dangerous, of course, that's what saves the day. It's kind of cliche, but it was really full of drama. And the fact that the dad got captured, I did not see coming. The mom is just totally balls deep awesome, and both kids are amazing. The acting in this show is just blowing me away. Of course, the Sentinel Services guys, I'm curious to see whether we're going to give them any sort of character growth or any sort of framing them as trying to be the good guys. After all, they should see themselves as the good guys. They're protecting the world from dangerous mutants. And as for the mutations themselves, teleportation, enhanced physical abilities, super senses, the telekinetic ability to condense air and other things, and I don't even know how to describe the boy's power. Plus, who knows how many more we're going to see as the season goes on. Fox pretty much has the entire roster of mutants. Now, some of them they're using in the movies, but even still, you never know who could show up in a series like this. And I have to say, that very much intrigues me. I'd love to see where they're going to go with this. And the drama, the actual stakes feel very real. Again, using the Patriot Act as our background, I assume we're going to see lots of political stuff going on here, but at the same time, it's still going to be a good old-fashioned comic book beatdown. And they already showcased in the coming attractions, they're using mutants to hunt mutants. We might see Bishop or someone like Bishop coming soon. The big, strong theme that I expect to see is persecution. And how much freedom are we willing to give up for safety? I think that this has a chance of being too overhanded, too heavy-handed, and I'm afraid we might get too political, but all in all, I'm really liking where this is so far. But I'm curious, what do you guys think? Did you like this first episode? Did you feel invested in these characters? Did you like and geek out seeing the X-Men you do know on screen? Let me know about that in the comments section below. I'm definitely signing up for episode 2. Can hardly wait. But for now, it's time for me to ask you, if you liked this, could you give it a thumbs up and share this video with a friend? It really helps the community out. And of course, if this is your first time here or you haven't yet, click that subscribe button and enable alerts, because what I'm trying to do here is build a community. One that can talk about, explore, and try to figure out the hows, the whys, the whats of stories. Or to put it simply, I'm trying to walk through the heart of the stories we tell. And I think that Gifted is going to tell us a lot about ourselves by giving us strange people that we can easily identify as others, to make us realize how much other we are.